Hey, so today I thought we could check out some of the really cool stuff that's going on with Illustrator. There's a new tool called the Shaper tool, which I don't have a whole lot of exposure to, but I've been reading up on it, and there's a lot of fun stuff in this. This can also parlay into some other really cool stuff that is older technology, but let's get started with the Shaper tool for right now. So the Shaper tool is over here, and before we can do anything, we need to go to File, and we're going to create a new file. You'll notice here that there are presets. We can set it for specific page sizes. I believe A4 and A3, B4, B5 are European page sizes. So let's go with the letter size page. You'll notice that we're set to inches. You can toggle back and forth between portrait and landscape. Let's go with a landscape. So I'm going to say OK. And there is our landscape size page. Let's minimize some of these windows that we don't really need. I don't think we're going to need layers just yet, but we will be getting into that soon. So you can move these by clicking on the line here with the texture. So over here once again is our Shaper tool. And Shift-N will give us that if you're one of those people like me who likes the key commands. So you'll notice that once we have this up, it doesn't matter how badly I draw a rectangle. I can draw pretty poorly. It's not going to give me anything. But if I draw a circle reasonably well, if I draw a triangle reasonably well, I'm going to get some of these geometric primitives. So there's some really cool stuff here. Once I click on them, with the Shaper tool still selected, there are some edit modes. These also apply if I use the ellipse tool. You'll notice that there is a corner radius tool thingy here. If I click this and turn it, watch what happens. So this will give me a lot of control over how I can handle my ellipse tool. So we don't need two, let's just hang with one. And here I'm going to come down and turn this to 3/4, kind of like a Miss Pac-Man or something like that. And then here you'll notice we have the same icons. If I make this bigger, alright, you'll notice that I have one of these in each corner. Watch this. We can change rounded rectangles. Very cool stuff. Here we've got all kinds of stuff with our triangle. Okay, here this will change the number of sides in our triangle. So we've got 3 sides, 4 sides, 5 sides, 6 sides, and we can go all the way up to 11 sides. It looks like we can't go any higher than that. Pretty cool stuff. And here once again, if I want to mess with it, I can change it to rounded corners. Once you got 11 sides, there's really not a whole lot that round's going to show up. So let's try coming back here, and we will round these corners just a little bit just for the sake of demonstration. So there you go. Lots of very cool stuff going on. But wait, there's more. So if I click in here and I want to change the size, obviously I can do that, which is very cool. Nice. But watch this. If I am in my Shaper tool and I come down here and I draw a zigzag line, it makes a combined shape. But that's not all. You can also come in here, and let's click this guy and we'll drag that one in and we'll scale it down just a wee bit here. I think I'm going to turn off some of these so that we can get a clearer idea of what's going on. And now if I click out here, and then I come back in and click, I can get rid of that. But wait, let's try and get rid of that. There we go. So now, very cool. We've just made all kinds of combined shapes. But there's some really wonderful stuff that they've done in Illustrator now, and I'd be the last to admit it because I'm not a fan of some of their newer stuff, but this is some really neat stuff. So if I click in here, and then click on the down icon. Alright, so now we can see the whole thing. All these shapes are still editable. if I click here on the edge of my hexagon, is it a hexagon or an octagon? I think it's a hexagon. I can move this. I can rotate this. I can push this. I can push this back in. Hold on. So click here, pull this down, click on the edge of the icon. There we go. And then I click in the middle of the shape. I can pull in and edit this. I can do the same thing to my circle. I can still edit all kinds of stuff in here. So if I want to make this a hemisphere, I can still do that. Lots of very cool stuff in this. So the Shaper tool is doing all kinds of really great stuff. If I come over here to my layer menu and I want to see exactly what's going on, how does that show up? It shows up as a Shaper tool, but you'll notice that there are 3 different objects. So if I click on and off, it doesn't really affect them, right? But there's all kinds of very wonderful connectivity and creativity going on here. I can come over here and I can select Window. We can come down to Swatch Libraries. And let's say we're going to go to Patterns, and then Decorative, Decorative Legacy, which was just what we had open, but we'll try that one more time here. So Patterns, Decorative, Decorative Legacy, and now if I click in here, we need to get, there we go. So now we can fill the whole shape with a pattern. So lots of fun being had there. Let's save this. We're just going to call it Basic Shapes for now. And let's call this a video. We'll come back in a minute and show you some more cooler stuff.